Hello guys, I'm Nelson from Nelcity Technologies. Welcome back to our channel. And to our new subscribers, karibuni sana. We really thank you for the support, for liking our videos, for commenting, and for giving us ideas that we should work on. Santeni sana. So today I want to do an interesting topic on my tech journey or my journey in tech. And before that, hope you've watched our video on the Nelcity second anniversary. So we are now in our third year. It's been really a really long journey with challenges, with so many wins, and we thank you so much for the support to our clients also. Thank you so much for the support, for the referrals. It's been so nice. Back to our video today. I want to take you through my journey in tech, how I became a technician, how I get to know more on computer repairs, my interest in computer repairs, and so much more through my journey in that line. So it hasn't been easy. It's been a really tough journey. My interest in computer repairs began back at Masinde Muliro University. In my second year while taking my computer science course, majorly started due to the challenges we were facing here and there. You find through my first year I did not have a laptop, so that time I did not have so much interest in repairs, but my interest came in second year when I bought my laptop. So being that I had my first laptop at that time, I got an interest to wanting to know what is really inside the laptop. Okay, I was doing computer science, but I knew how to use a computer, how to do some code, but now I was now having an interest on getting to know more how the inside of a laptop look like, how the inside of a computer look like. So I started with no money, no tools, just YouTube. I could watch some YouTube videos, seeing people do some repairs, and yeah. So the first time I bought my laptop, on the first day of having the laptop actually, I had to open it up. I had to disassemble everything. So my challenge came in during the assembling process. I remember that time, after assembling everything and trying to switch the laptop on, what I saw was a little bit of some smoke. So there was smoke coming from the keyboard area, and I got into panic. I did not know what was really happening. So I had to take it to someone who could repair it in town. And I remember spending around 4,000. It was really a lot of money that time. And remember, that's my savings, the money I should use for pocket money while in school, and now I have to take my laptop for repair. I really got into shock. That experience was really troubling. Okay, so I spent 4,000 on that. But then, after the laptop getting repaired, I still went back in the house and had to disassemble it again. I remember my friend telling me I'm a mad person because they couldn't imagine what I've gone through and still trying to do the same thing after making the laptop get spoiled. So I opened it, disassembled it, and now I assembled it the right way, and the laptop was fully operational. So that was my first step in my journey in tech. Another interesting part about my interest in tech came in during my second year industrial training in MUST. So MUST normally do a program called industrial training where you get some basics on what happens in the industries, from computer maintenance, networking, CCTV installations, Windows servers, and so much more. So from there, I remember our lecturer, academia, taking us through the process. It was a really interesting experience. Learned a lot, especially I was keen on computer maintenance and repairs, because now I was starting to gain an interest towards that journey. Okay, in as much as I was doing the coding bit and web development, but I was more into getting to be an expert into hardware stuff. So for hardware, I was really interested in computer maintenance, knowing everything to do with the repairs, to do with software installations and configurations, repairs, and everything in that line. So I remember during the industrial training, at first I didn't even have an idea what a RAM looked like and so forth, but our lecturers did a really good work. We were taken through the knowing the parts from RAM, hard disk, how the motherboard looks like, how the motherboard works, the north bridge and south bridge in a CPU, and so many more. So from there, getting back to YouTube really gave me much more interest, because at least now I knew what I'm really looking for, because I now have an idea of how each of the components work, how they look like. So moving on to YouTube, I could do a very specific research on a certain topic. Maybe as an example, let's say I go to YouTube and look what is a BIOS and how to repair BIOS, how to configure BIOS. So you'll find there's a specific content you are looking into. So you'll have a very much better idea on your field, because it's now not random. You are doing an more of, let me call it, an object oriented sort of research, a specific one in that topic. So after the industrial training, that's when I got so much courage. I began by doing some basic repairs to my friends, majorly in school and in our department, and also those from other schools. So you find maybe Windows has crashed, you now know how to install Windows, how to troubleshoot. Maybe someone wants to use a software, you know how to crack it. You get. So you find someone, maybe the laptop isn't turning on, it's beeping. So you know this is a RAM issue, I need to clean the RAM. When you insert it back, you find you've solved the situation. So I began doing it for free as I gained confidence with each client that came about. So with time, my interest in tech grew, and I was so much focused on majorly the hardware stuff. The advantage of having all these skills, like let's say computer programming helps you, because it will develop your confidence in managing anything tech. If you come to software maintenance also, you'll find now as a hardware expert, you also get software challenges, but having that you've been through a computer science degree, there are some Challenges you've also faced through your projects that will also help you become an expert. Anyone can make it to be an IT expert, to be a computer repair consultant. You need just some basics. Getting some basics you can learn either from someone, like let's say for to this point that I have trained so many people in this career. So you find necessarily it's not a must you go through a degree program, but getting the basics can help you through it by having someone, an expert, to help you. So for me, I was self-taught because I began from YouTube, learning things basically, then improved with time. But not necessarily you get to do a, let's say, a computer science degree or an ICT course. The first major thing that you need to have is the interest. The interest to want to know how to repair a laptop, the interest to want to know how to program, the interest to know how to code, how to configure a CCTV, how to do networking. Like, take an example. You can't do networking without knowing how to crimp. Where can you learn crimping? You can learn it from someone, or you can learn it from YouTube. Okay, the other place you find you can do some short courses for you to learn that. There are so many courses online. All you need to know is how to Google. Use your phone, use your laptop, use your desktop, and you'll have all these ideas. So you find from my industrial training, I got to learn a few things. Then from the attachment is where I got to learn a lot. So during my attachment period, actually in my former company where I was employed, that's when I now applied what I had learned in school and from YouTube and from the skills that I developed basically. So at the attachment period really helped me a lot. So I learned how to handle a client, how to repair a laptop. That's now in real life. A client has come with a very tricky situation. Their laptop is not working and you have to figure out what's the issue. Okay, maybe it's an electrical fault. So the attachment period really gave me a strong impact in my career today. Being, let me say, an attachment student, you could be assigned some duties. Let's say today we want you to install Windows on this machine. So I have to figure out how to install Windows and ensure this laptop, at the end of that period, the laptop is fully functioning. Okay, you find I learned hinges repair. Now that was something I was learning, something new. The laptop is damaged on the hinge. I really learned how to repair the hinges, how to replace a laptop screen. So I got to know and learn the types of laptop screens, how to differentiate them, and how to replace them professionally. So you find an attachment period is normally a very good time to learn and become a professional, because you are now in the work environment. You are facing problems in real life. You are now applying your theoretical skills or theoretical knowledge that you learned in real life. You are in the job environment. So this point really gave me confidence. Also, I learned teamwork. If you have a challenge, let's say I'm to repair this laptop, it's not working. I've really tried the troubleshootings. I've tried looking at it, checking out the motherboard, it's not working. So from there, I need to find someone who can also give me an idea on, because human beings cannot know everything. There's somewhere you'll get stuck and you need help. So being at help me learn teamwork, confidence, business management, how to manage a computer repair company. Yes. Okay, it also taught me how to be organized in this field. You need to have the right tools. You need to have an organized repair place so that, let's say you are now doing some repairs, you don't start looking for your tools under the desk. Everything should be organized in one place so that it also makes your work easy. I really gained a lot of experience during my attachment period, and that's why I always encourage people, attachment should be part of your learning journey. So most people normally go for attachment just to sign the logbook and log out. During the end of it, you have nothing, you have no experience at all. So take that opportunity, use your attachment period, because you never know. Your attachment can be your career journey, can be your employment journey. So where I used to be at my during my attachment period is where I got employed and continued improving my skills in computer repair and maintenance. My journey continued during the employment session. It was really nice. I could now go for field works, maybe get called by an institution, then do some maintenance. During that period is when I also started to move around universities and schools, doing some career talks, talking to students on how they can improve their skills, on how they can start their tech journey as a career. For example, in as much as you are a student, you can start your career journey by starting a simple business. Let's say you have a computer workshop. You don't need to have a big workshop for you to make it. From your desk in your house, that can be your workshop. So from something small to something big. So I really encourage students to improve on what they really wanted, to build a passion in what they really wanted to work on, because everything starts from where you are, whether you are a student. If you look at nowadays, even people who are old age still go back to school and study something they want to learn more, or they want to major on, or they want to build an interest on something, so they go to study it. Let's say I'm 50 years old, I've never been to school, but I can still pay for some packages. I learn how to edit, how to use Photoshop, how to use, let's say, how to type. So there's so many skills you can learn. So during the career talk at Kibabi University is when I encourage them to start businesses while still students, to start training on how to improve their skills while still students. So I remember from there telling them in a month or two, I'm also planning on starting my own business, and they were like, really? So talking to them gave me an interest. So because they also pushed me and told me they'll help me market myself, market my business. So it gave me the power to also start thinking, how will I also start my business? So after around I worked for around let me say 2 years, exactly 2 years. So from there is when I resigned and started my own business, Nelcity Technologies. So from Nelcity Technologies is where now have been training now so many people in this field, still moving through universities, and also training those we get in touch. There are teachers who also want to improve. You find nowadays schools are encouraging teachers to learn some of these skills. And now I'll tell people, instead of going to learn Microsoft Word as a package, Why don't you go and learn something like editing with Photoshop? Okay, majorly if you look at Word, nowadays everybody knows how to type. Nowadays there are so many short courses you can take online that relates to Microsoft Word, how you can type, how you can edit your Word documents, and so many things. So for those, you can, if you are really interested in learning, take those courses from online. There are some trends that are really needed in the market right now. Look at Photoshop, how to edit, graphic design. Go and do a package in graphic design. It will really take you to places. Look at someone doing a short courses in foreign language. It will really take you to places. And look at someone doing a short courses in computer repair and maintenance. It will really, because all companies, whether it's schools, churches, hospitals, they need, currently the world we are in, all these institutions need to have a computer in the workplace. So having a computer repair and maintenance skills is very essential in all the institutions. You as an individual, you need to have a laptop. If in this current generation you don't have a laptop, then there's something wrong. In as much as you have your phone, you also need a computer, because there are so many things that we do from the laptop, from designs. I know you can also design from your phones, but having a laptop is a very, very advantageous thing. Being a self-employed person with such skills really gives you a boost, because Nelcity was first built through computer repair and maintenance. That's really what gave me the motivation to keep pushing and start a business. So from the computer repair and maintenance skills is what led to all this. So from there, Nelcity has employed others. So you find they're also benefiting from the repair and maintenance skills. You find the trainings we have done, people are also benefiting. So that really helped me a lot. It was now easy interacting with the clients, setting prices for what I do. It became a very, very interesting journey. So from there is where I started to do career talks. During my employment period is where I started doing career talks. I could move around the universities like Masinde Muliro and talk to those doing computer courses and encourage them that they can also make it through hard work, through working on their skills, through pushing, through their interests. So you find when you have an interest in something, it helps you and boosts you through life, making it easy for you to get employed or employ yourself. So you need to have passion in what you are doing. Passion gives you the drive to even improve more of your skills. Let's say now I want to do programming. Just going and studying programming won't help. I have to wake up each day, try to do some code, try to do improving on my skills. Each day I have to give myself a test. By today I want to cover this. By today I want to learn this. By today I want to research on this. So that gives you even the more courage to face your fears in that field, to improve on your skills, because you'll also be interacting with people who have bettered themselves in your niche. So being at Nelcity has also built my confidence through my tech journey. And I remember my first client during the day I started Nelcity. It was the first client I handled was a computer repair issue. So my first earning on day one was 350 shillings after checking a client's laptop. So I normally look at that and tell myself it's really been a journey. a journey worth looking at, a journey worth writing down, a journey worth remembering. It hasn't been easy. You too can start your journey. The problem normally, people want an easy life. You want to know repairs and tomorrow, boom, you have a client, 1,000 shillings, 2,000. Doesn't start like that. You can open a workshop today and even a whole week you may not have a client. That doesn't mean you don't wake up each day and open your workshop. You have to keep pushing. Those are just discouragements that build up, but over time they go away. You overcome them. So don't expect starting a business and earning millions on your first day. As I've said, I started with 350 shillings as my first ever client, my first repair client. Building Nelcity, it hasn't been easy. For you to make something successful, you need to have confidence. So I remember at first when I was starting Nelcity, I used to ask myself, will it work? But I thank God I had supportive friends, so they kept me pushing. Having friends who can push you through is also a good thing. So you need to have passion. Passion in the business has kept me pushing for now, 2 years down the line. You want to learn such skills? You need to have passion, you need to have confidence that you will make it, you need to build on the skills. Be strong in what you are doing. Give some dedication. You can't improve your skills by doing it today. Tomorrow there's nothing you've practiced and you want to make it. You can't. So be consistent. If you start today, ensure each day you do some practice. Remember, practice makes perfect. So let's say today I've learned something to do with keyboard replacement. Tomorrow I'm doing screen replacement. So with the time, you'll build the confidence to do the work on a daily basis. But now, if I learn how to install Windows, then go and sleep for some years, then again I want to start. You'll find there are some steps that you've already forgotten. You need to go back and do a lot. So be consistent in your work. Nelcity Technologies, we do computer repair and maintenance, web design and development. We do software installations and configurations. We sell laptops and desktops. We sell printers. We maintain printers. We do sell computer accessories. We do networking, CCTV installation. We also sell the networking and CCTV accessories and so many products that are related to computing and IT. We also do consultancy services. We also do career talks. If you have a group where you need students to be encouraged towards being better in their computer field, kindly contact us. So majorly I'll break this down into lessons that you need to have in order to make it in your tech journey. So one, start with the tools you have. Be it a screwdriver, be it a pliers, be it any tool. The little you have, just start from that. You'll buy them one at a time as time goes by. So another thing, invest in tools slowly. You can't buy a toolkit of 10,000 when you don't have that at that moment. So invest in tools slowly by slowly. As an example, for now, I have a screwdriver. Tomorrow, I'll buy a pliers. The next day, I'll buy another tool, a tweezer. So you find, move it step by step. Another thing, during building your confidence, offer free services at first to help you build your confidence. So I have a friend, the Windows has crashed. Let me try and help them configure the problem. First, start by doing it free, because the more computers and problems you handle, the more confidence you build. So over time is when you start charging for your services, when now you have the skills and you have the confidence. So another thing, as I had said, you don't need a workshop to start. The only thing you need are a little bit of some tools and your workspace in your house. I know the desk you use in your house to study, that's what you need to start. From something small to something big. And lastly, we all make mistakes. So don't fear having made a mistake and let that discourage you on your journey. For me, as I told you, I started by opening my laptop, voiding the warrant, and spending 4,000 from the damage. But I did not give up. Even after the repair, I still had the confidence that I can make it, I can keep pushing. So those are some of the lessons you should learn through this point in building your career, whether it's tech, whether it's education, any career. But basically, make the digital environment your friend. Make YouTube your friend, make Google your friend, and do those online courses, and you'll be so good in your skills. And to conclude, we are soon doing a training. We are soon doing a training on computer repair and maintenance and graphics. So we'll be posting more on that in our pages. It will be 2 weeks training. We'll be posting more. So keep in touch through our social media handles. You can also contact us through our number. For any other inquiries, visit us at our shop, Ambwere Fraha Building, first floor, Nelcity Technologies. If you have any comment, kindly leave it at the comment section. If the video is educative, kindly like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching.